Hey guys, what's up? Thank you so much for watching. If you are subscribed, thank you so much. If you're not subscribed, I hope you enjoy this video and consider subscribing. I talk about my life every day, living with mental illness. So yesterday I was talking more about my parents not being there for me when I was in the hospital. And I thought about this the other day. When I was, or not the other day, this morning, when I was 17 in the hospital with Stephen Johnson syndrome, I, the doctors told my parents, you should prepare yourself, or I don't know if she's going to make it or whatever. This is according to my biological mother. She does lie, so I don't even know if this is true. But she said that the doctors said they didn't know if I would make it through the night. And I kind of think this was probably a lie because her story changes over the years when she lies. She told me that the doctors said they didn't know if I was going to make it through the night and that they should prepare themselves and blah, blah, blah. And she said that my dad left and didn't want to be there after that. And I don't know. I don't know why that's even important or why that means anything, but I just was thinking, well, maybe, because she had told me years ago too that when his dad died, he had the opportunity to go see him in the hospital and he didn't. So maybe he was just, afraid that it was going to be the last time he was ever going to see me, and he didn't want to see me that way as the last time. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But after I got out of jail, like I don't know if I said this yesterday, but there was about a year where I didn't really talk to my parents. And then I got over it. I decided that, it was more important to have a relationship with them and have love in my life for my family than to not. And so I just let it go. And we went to see them for Christmas and hung out with them, and everything was fine. And then about 6 months later, I'm in San Diego with my biological mother, because at this point I was still trying to mend that relationship. And we're having breakfast, and I'm sitting there thinking while she's talking to me, this relationship is such BS. It's so fake. Like there's so much stuff I'm not even allowed to say to this woman, because I know if I do, there are so many questions that I have, but I know the minute I try to ask her one, she's going to be gone. Which she did do. So I'm sitting there thinking this is so fake, right? And then, as which I didn't really care, right? It didn't bother, because at that point I've already detached myself from her. I just don't care. But, oh God, it's so hard to keep a thought straight late in the evening, especially when I'm having to think about things like this from the past. But I told them, I sent them an email, because I started to feel my relationship with my parents getting as fake as it was with my biological mother. Me not being able to ask questions, me not being able to say things or ask them why things happened. I don't think that it's wise to live in the past, but I do think that a lot of us need answers, and that we want answers, and we need to understand situations in order to just understand them and grow, and know how to better have a relationship with someone that we've hurt. And when you can't do that, your relationship is like cracked, and it can't be repaired. So I sent them an email. I told them how I felt, and it was a complete waste of time. They ended up getting really angry at me. I ended up apologizing even more so. And then I didn't really want to talk to them or reach out to them for probably about 6 months after that. But I have to, because my little sister is still in the house, and she's like my heart. So I, continue to have a relationship with them the best I can, but it's completely damaged. It's so damaged. I love my stepmom. She's like my mom. but she doesn't really call me or reach out to me. If I call her, she'll call me back and we'll have a lovely conversation, but I don't hear from her other than that for like years at a time. Unless my dad calls and says, hey, do you want to talk to your mom, or do you want to talk to, whatever. So, my dad calls quite a bit, but our relationship is really, really damaged because of my lifestyle. I can't even have a fake conversation with him anymore because I get so frustrated because it's just so, like, it used to be to where I would call him, right? I would call and be, hey, Dad, how's it going? And I'd ask him what he's doing, and he'd tell me, oh, went to the movies, went to blah, 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 just completely surface level stuff, right? Which is fine, and then he would roll into this whole thing about each one of my siblings and how they're doing. And I was kind of like, well, I called to talk to you. I didn't call to get an update on everyone. And this happened for like years. Every single time I talked to my dad for years. And then the last like year, it's been a real struggle because he considers himself an animal lover. And I feel like every time that I talk to him, he's trying to push his love of animals in my face and like tell me, every time I talk to him, he has to tell me everything that he did when he was out saving animals. And I don't know if he does that because that's the only thing that he can relate to me on because he knows how much I care about animals, or if he does that because he's trying to because he's insecure because I live a completely different life, because I live a vegan lifestyle and he doesn't. And I try to share information with him when I can because I know how much he loves animals. But it's hard because I don't really have anything to talk to him, and I've had to I have to just like detach myself. So I don't know. I'm interested to know, how do you guys deal with relationships that you just feel like you've had to completely separate yourself from the person, and it's someone you really love. I'm totally interested to know how you guys deal with that because it's something I'm struggling with. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't boring. I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I hope everyone's safe and staying positive. Have a good night. Bye.